All right, this is a mic check. All right, just getting set up here. Be there shortly. All right. We'll get started in just a minute here. Okay, we'll see if anyone shows up. Today we're going to be doing a box called Watcher on TryHackMe. Let's go ahead and search for it. And I have previously completed this box, but I want to do it again as a live hacking video so you can see me reason through each step of the way. All right, so let's terminate that and we'll start a new one. Our goal today is to find all 7 flags on this machine. This is a boot to root style CTF challenge. So we're looking for flags. All right, so we'll be up and running shortly. Let me know if you have any trouble hearing the audio or seeing the images here. Still tweaking my setup. All right, let me shrink myself down so you can see some more of the hack in action. All right, we'll go there for now. Cool. Just put myself in the corner. All right, and let's get started. So first off, let's connect to the VPN. Actually, don't need sudo because I'm running as root today. And we're connected, so we'll just label our tabs. Just call this enum. And let's start off with our enumeration. We'll use an nmap scan today with a TAC capital F for fast mode, so we can get some quick results. And we got an FTP, SSH, and HTTP. So right off the bat, we'll close all our extra windows. We can go ahead and cruise on the landing page. And in the background, let's kick up a derb scan of our target just to see what files are hidden, or landing pages or PHP files, anything that we might use to gain a foothold. And while I let that run, let's go ahead and send out some invites to the stream. Send it out to my Discord friends. Let's see. I'm going to grab that link. Here we go. See. Right. Just checking my stream. It looks like we're good. So we're just running our derb scan there on the side. Sending some invites out so we can get some more viewers in here, hopefully. Let's see. All right. Send a few more invites and then we'll be good to go. see. Blue team. All right, so we found a CSS directory. We'll go check that out in a minute. See what else I can find here. Okay. Well, let me post. All right, let's see what else. Mayorsec. Let's see. There we go. Oh no. Okay. All right. Not sure if anyone's going to drop in today, but let's get to it. And let's go ahead and start to enumerate. All right, so we see a funny address up here. Let's open a notes file too, and we'll just make a new directory. Vim notes, and we'll just, no, that was my teaser email address. So we'll just make a note that there's a funny looking web address here that makes me think we can probably hijack it. Maybe do some directory traversal. Let's try. Let's see if we can get the Etsy password file. We got it. That was easy. Just drop into our source information there, and we'll cut and paste so that we have a list of usernames. And it looks like at the end there we have FTP user, Matt, and Toby, right? So going back to our nmap, we did find an FTP, SSH, and HTTP rather. Let's save our scan results there. And we could try to enumerate the FTP with the FTP user, maybe even do some brute forcing. Let's see. And we found the index. Okay, that's no surprise. Let's see if there's a robots.txt. Oh, and there is. Looks like we've got a few hints here from the developers. Let's jot those down. Robots.txt. Okay, we've got a flag1 .text. Oh, with the underscore. Sweet. We got our first of 7 flags. All right, so I'm going to open a new file just for our flags. Watcher walkthrough, we'll say vim flags.text, and we'll put in flag 1. Okay. Let's just save that with a exit shift : W for write. Okay, so we are on to flag number 2. There was a little bit more of a hint there though. Secret file do not read. Let's see if we can access that one. Let's see, we'll just copy it from there and we'll paste it up here. Forbidden. Okay, but what if we use the post.php ? Post equals argument, and did we get anything there? Let's see. Post equals secret file. Am I missing something? Secret file do not read. What if we take this one away? Okay, cool. We got another hint here. We've got credentials to the FTP user. All right, let's drop that in. It's going to be very useful. Files will be saved home FTP files. Cool, so we can probably upload once we get in there as well, and then maybe transition from remote file inclusion to a remote code execution. That would give us shell access, and then we can escalate our privileges up from there. Okay. So, let's see. I'm going to start using multiple terminals here. So we'll open a new one, and let's see if we can FTP our way in. FTP user, right? FTP user at, and then our target IP. We'll say user, FTP user, and then pass will be give me files 777. Am I connected now? Okay, I'm going to exit out. Let's go back in here, and we'll be FTP user, and whoops. Our password is give me files trip 7s. We're in. Let's see what files we have. Okay, we've got a flag 2. That's cool. And then let's cd into our files directory. All right, so nothing's in there yet. All right, we'll open up another terminal. Whoops, to the right. Let's see, split horizontally, Control-Shift-D, and split vertically, Control-Shift-R. That's what we want. Okay, we've got the terminals here on the side. Let's collapse that one, and we'll pull this guy out. Okay, let's go back into our watcher walkthrough file or folder, and this time we could put in a pass-through PHP shell, or we could do a straight up reverse shell. Let's try. Let's first generate our rev shell with shells, and we can try a bash shell first, And our IP on our target machine, or our attack machine, is 10.2.90.163. Port 443 is fine. No encoding. And we'll do a netcat TCP in the same window. And we'll drag this right here. Oh, you know what? I think I might need to do a PHP reverse shell here. Let's cancel that. Go back into shells. And this time we'll do a PHP 9, 10.2.90.163. 443 is fine. Normal, no encoding. Netcat, and same window. Here's our code. Okay. So we have a PHP rev shell payload ready to go. And right now we can make it into a file. See. Ah, yeah. Okay. Let's go back in. And we'll just do a vim rev.php. And we'll just drop that in and shift : WQ for write and quit. Now, in our FTP server, we can use the command put and then rev.php to drop that in there. And here we have a path, home FTP user files. Let's copy the selection and we'll go back to our target machine here. Okay, and that copy didn't work, which is okay. Post equals. All right, we'll just type it. Right, so it's \home \FTP user / rather FTP and files, and then we called it rev.php, and we'll hit that. Let's see if we get a rev shell. And we don't. Okay. Let's exit out of that FTP server. So I was in the wrong folder there. Let's go into our correct folder, because wherever we are when we log in is going to be where, when we use the put command on FTP to upload a file, it'll draw from the current working directory. All right, so 10.2.90.163, and we'll do user, FTP user, login. Let's try that again. Not connected. User, FTP user. No. Okay. Let's try this again. FTP. I'm going to the wrong address. That's why. Okay. And we'll do FTP user. And then the password is give me files, trip 7s. Once it's in there, we'll go back in. User, FTP user, give me files, trip 7s. There we go. Let's go into our files directory, and then we'll put that rev.php. Now hopefully we overwrote the incorrect rev.php and we have the right one ready to go. So we'll trigger that. And okay, so the file uploaded, but it's not being executed right now. It's just being read. So let's drop back into that rev.php. And I think what we might need is a line at the beginning of this to specify that we're running a PHP command. Or, you know what we could do actually is we can delete that, and we'll just delete these. And let's try it now, like this. So again, we'll put rev.php, overwriting that previous one, and let's trigger it again. Okay, still nothing. That's all right. That's all right. Okay, let's make a new one. Let's try Bash or Python. Let's try Bash first. 10.2.90.163, I believe. Yep. 443 is still fine. Normal, no encoding. Netcat, stay in this window. And let's grab our one-liner here. Here we'll create a new rev.php. We can just delete everything there, and then we'll drop in our new one. But actually we want to call that rev.shell. rev.sh, and let's put that right there with our FTP. We're uploading it again to the files folder, and we'll change our address to rev.shell. And again, it doesn't execute it as code, it just loads it. Okay. Okay, let's see what other kinds of rev shells there are. And actually, you know, I think I can grab one from Kali's install. So let's go user share. Actually, we'll copy user share web shells. Oh, here it is. PHP reverse shell, and then we'll make it called rev. And let's drop into that now and update a few things. So it does, yeah, it has a PHP code there, so we know it's going to run it. That's what I was missing, I think. And we'll update right here. Oh, this is the pen test monkey PHP reverse shell. 10.2.90.163, and we'll run it on 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put that back there. Start up a netcat listener. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4? I think it was. Let's cat it. So we can just double check. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we'll put rev.php to overwrite our previous one, and let's trigger it up here. And sweet. So we got our foothold. We now have shell access. Let's do a find command just to find all the flags and where they're located. So type is F, name is, we'll say, flag star, and then we'll send errors to the dev null byte. And I think what we'll do is we'll pipe that to a grep, and we'll just take .text files. Okay, so let's see what we find here. It might take a minute to search all the files on the machine. Oh, and it didn't find anything. Okay. We can stabilize our shell, by the way. Import pty.spawn, and we'll just do bin bash so that we can have a little bit more stable shell. Okay. The term variable is not set. That's all right. We don't really need that. Who am I? So we're www-data. Let's go to our home. See who else is on here. So Matt, Toby, and Will, and FTP user. Okay. So probably we're going to go to one of these guys first. Okay, so sudo tac-l shows us that we have some file permissions. Okay, let me grab this one. So we should be ready for flag 2. Should be ready for flag 2 if we can find it. Let's try another find command. Type F, name, we'll just call it flag star, and we'll send those to dev null. Here we go. So here's a list of flags, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's no flag 7 yet listed here, so it probably can't search in the root directory where it's stored. Let's add this list to our notes, and we can go ahead and cat out flag 2. We should be able to. Are we? I don't know if www-data can access the flag under FTP user. Let's try. So cat. Cool. So we got it. Flag 2 is ours now. Let's drop that in. Okay, let's see if we can get flag 3 using the same method. Flag 3 is hidden right here. Cat there. And LFI, what a guy. That's local file inclusion. We got our flag 3 now. Let's go for flag 4. Flag 4 is stored in Toby's directory. And if we do a sudo tac-l again, we'll see that we can run everything as Toby. So we'll do a sudo cat or sudo tac-u Toby, and then we'll cat out that flag 4. And we got it. Flag 4 was pretty easy. So we'll add that to our flags. Flag 5 is our next target. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Let's see. Flag 5 is stored in Matt's home directory. So we probably need to privesc or do a lateral move now to user Matt. So let's check a few things. We want to check and see what files we have here. Let's go into the FTP users directory. And there's our FTP folder. We've already enumerated that. Let's go in as Toby. Note. Hi, Toby. I've got the cron job set up, so don't worry about getting that done. Okay? So we're going to check the cron tab, etc cron tab, and we see right here on this line that there's the file, the script cow.sh, and it's being run by Matt every minute. we can use sudo tacu Toby to run any command as Toby. So let's nano into there. Home Toby jobs cow.sh. Can't open the terminal. That's all right. We can just echo something into there. But let's cat it first at least. Toby nano home Toby jobs cow.shell or script. Cat. We'll cat it out. Toby jobs cow.sh. And there it is. Bin bash, copy cow to there. All right, so we have a LSLA. So what we want to do is slip in a rev shell payload. It'll be run as Matt, I think, right? The cron job is, yeah, Matt is running the cron job that's stored in Tony's file. Perfect. So we can do sudo u Toby, and now we'll do echo, and over here, let's go back into shells, and we're using shells to quickly crank out a rev shell payload. And let's try using the Python one. Option 4, we are 10 to 90, 163, and we can run it this time on port quad 2s. Normal, we'll do no encoding on there, and netcat, and we'll keep it in that window. And before we do anything else, let's just check and make sure we have Python. So we'll say which Python 3. Cool. We have Python 3. So we can grab our payload now up here. Copy that. And now we'll do a sudo u Toby. So we're running this command as Toby. We're going to echo that entire command string. Let me think for a second. You know what? I think we can actually take off sudo u Toby echo, and let's grab everything that's within the Python command, because we're already running this file as a Python file. So So we'll end it there, and we'll send that to, now I need to make sure I have the right path. It's, here it is. Sudo Toby jobs cow. Okay, so home Toby jobs cow.shell. Permission denied. Yeah. Sure. I'll be back in a flash. All right. I'm back, and we're going to finish up this box. We have 2 more flags to grab. Right now, we're just trying to switch over from our current user www-data to the user named Will. All right, so we just got a permission denied. Let's cat that out again. Sudo u Toby cat, and we're going to do home Toby jobs cow.shell bin bash copy. Okay. You know, I think maybe a bash script makes more sense because it's a .shell file. So let's go back for a minute into our shells program. We'll choose bash number 3. Again, input our attack box IP. We'll be on port quad 4s using normal format and no encoding. Okay, so here we are. We have a one-liner. We'll use netcat and keep it in the same terminal. Now let's see if we can echo this over, but we need to do it as user Toby. Echo, and we'll echo that one-liner into home Toby jobs cow.shell. I misspelled it. Cow.shell. Permission denied. Don't I have full permissions? Toby all. CD jobs. See who owns the file. Toby owns the file. So I should be able to remove it too if I wanted to. Let's just do sudo u toby, and we'll see if we can get in there with vim. Okay, we are in. Okay, so we can, oh man, this vim is broken. Okay. Sudo u toby remove cow.shell. Okay. Now we can do a new one. Echo. No. Sudo u toby echo, and we'll put our one-liner in. Ambiguous redirect. So we got something to send over, actually. It's weird. We came close to it there. You know, we are Toby, so we can get a shell as Toby, but we want to wait and have this run as Matt. So let's echo it. Sudo u toby echo, and then let's grab the one-liner, drop that in there, and we'll make it into a cow.sh file. Huh, why is my permission denied? Is it because I can't? Let's try if we just echo sh into a cow.shell. Permission denied. But what if we do a sudo tac u toby echo sh to cow.shell? Permission denied. Huh. Okay, well, let's see. We can start up a netcat listener. We'll first just switch over to Toby. I'm not sure why it's doing this, but we can just quickly send ourselves a rev shell here, just using this. And who am I? Oh, we're still www-data, right. Oh yeah, so let me get that going again, and this time we'll use the command sudo u toby and then run it. Right, so now we should be Toby. Yeah. Let's stabilize our shell. Bin bash. This is one of the one-liners that I have memorized because I've typed it so many times. Let's go back to our home. We can jump into Toby's folder, and now we should be able to easily edit. So the cow.shell isn't even there anymore, but we can just do a cow.shell, and we'll take this, the same, we'll change the port on it, but we'll take the same code there, and let's make it 2223. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, we got a little wonkiness going on here. I don't know if I did that right. Let's cat it just to check. No, we got some weird junk going on, but it might still work. So let's see. We can get out of that shell and let's I closed it, but I think I got it set up right. So we can exit out of here and let's create an LNVP netcat listener on 2223, and we'll see if we catch that rev shell as will in the next minute. Hopefully it works, but if it doesn't, that's okay. We can always drop back in. What did we do first? Was it 4, 3, 2, 1? Or 1, 2, 3, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so we're back as www-data. Let's see if we can sudo u toby home toby jobs, and then it should be cow.shell. Forgot to put cat. Sudo u toby cat home toby jobs cow.shell. All right. We're missing the H there too. That's going to be a problem. All right, let's send ourselves another shell. This time will be Toby. So we'll go 2223, and we can just run this. Cancel that one out. We can just run this straight up as a command. But actually, no, we want to sudo u toby and then run it as a command. Whoop. Messed it up. Okay, sudo u toby s, and we'll run that. Bad FD number. Not sure what that. Okay. So we're having a little bit of an issue here. It should work. Let's try it again. U, Toby, shell, I. Then we'll just cut and paste the rest of this. Doesn't like it. Okay. That's all right. Let's get a PHP shell going. PHP 10 to 90 163. Sure, we can do port 444. No encoding. Netcat no. And we're running here. We can just send this command over. but we'll start it with a sudo tacu toby so that we're sending it. Here we go. So we've connected now. We are Toby. Let's stabilize. Stabilize our shell. So import pty, pty.spawn, and then bin bash. Okay, Toby at watcher. Now we should be able to find Toby's flag, and we can just check our notes from earlier and find that path. Okay, where is it? Toby. Are we to flag 4 now? We are. So we'll grab this one. I'm using the hotkey shortcut Shift quotation plus and Y for yank. And now we'll just cat that out. We got it. Chad Lifestyle is our flag 4. Let's drop that back. Wait, we already got that. We want flag 5. My bad. Oh, and that's in Matt's directory. So probably we have to switch over to user Matt next. Let's check our sudo tac L. And we don't actually know Toby's password, do we? All right, so we want to check that cron tab again to make sure we can get it going. If you're joining me right now, welcome. We are on the final stages of this TryHackMe challenge titled Watcher, and we're looking for our 5th, 6th, and 7th flags here to complete this box. So we're user Toby, and our next move is going to be lateral over to user Matt. So there is a cron job running, cow.shell. Let's go in there. Jobs, let's see, where are we right now? Right, we want to go to our home jobs folder. We can cat that cow.shell file, and we see that I screwed it up a little bit with my echo commands. So I'm going to try to go, actually, let me just echo a new one in. So shell, I grab this whole bit here, and we'll change that last payload to a 2224. Okay, so we're echoing that into cow.shell, and that should overwrite the contents. So let's check it just to make sure we've got it. Yep, we'll cancel that one out. Let's start up a new netcat listener on port trip24, and we should now catch a rev shell as user Matt up above here. Thanks for joining me today for this live hackathon. This is a lot of fun, so I'll probably keep doing these as long as people show up to watch. Keeps me current. So let's go ahead and just check on our cron tab. So cow.shell should be running soon as user Matt, and then we'll get a callback up here if our rev shell payload works correctly. Nothing yet. We're up to flag 4 out of 7. let's check back and see where our flag 5 is listed. It's in Matt's directory. All right, so we do need to do this privesc first to user Matt to be able to cat that flag, I believe. Let's just test it though while we're waiting here. Try catting home Matt flag 5 dot text. Yep, we don't have permission. Let's go into our Matt directory though, see what's here, because there might be more things. There's a note. I've set up your sudo rights to use Python. Okay, we're using Python script as my user. This is Will talking. And we're Toby. Python, okay. Hey Tyler, thanks for jumping on. We're in the final stages here of our privesc. Who am I? Nothing yet coming through. I've set up your sudo rights. What other files do we have in there? There's a scripts folder. Ah, there's a will script. See if we can look at that. We can. So let's try to switch over to user will next. All right, and this this script.py opens a few different things. We might be able to do some Python library hijacking on the command argument there, and then run something that we choose. So let's check the command.py, and there's a bunch of stuff in here. Let's see if we can overwrite it. So we'll check the permissions on that file first. Looks like we can only read. What did that note say again? It said something about sudo. We should be able to run as will. So we probably want to look in the will directory if we can. Okay. Let's go back into Matt and back into scripts, and let's see if we can now echo something malicious into the command.py file. We can try this same rev shell again. Let's see, we were using this one, the PHP. Command.py. It's a Python file, so we want to go with a Python rev shell, I believe. Let's generate a new one real quick with our shells program. Love this program. It's super helpful. Keeps me away from the web browser all the time, looking up shells, and focused on what I'm doing in the terminal. So we'll grab a Python shell with option 4. Just type in our attack box IP. And 443 should be fine. We'll stick with no encoding for now. And we'll use netcat and keep it in this window. And now we just can take this command here. Actually, let's just take the guts of the command. And over here, we'll echo that in and we'll echo it in to this command.py. Permission denied. All right, that's a hang up. So I'm tempted to just peek at a walkthrough real quick. Let's get a small hint about how we get around this permission issue. You know, I think if that cron tab ran and the shell executed as planned, it would work. Let's see, cron tab. Let's check that out one more time. So we're running as Toby. We want to be Matt. Matt will run this on the regular each minute. Let's cat that cow shell again. Love how cat and cow are in the same line. Will script. So I think this is what I need to use right now, actually. Looks like I might be getting some notes on Discord. Let's see. No. So that was something else. So in that note, he said I can run stuff as him, which would be Will. So let's assume that's what it is. We'll do sudo tac u will and we should be able to run this now. All right, I'm going to jump into a walkthrough just to get a quick hint. Let's check it right up. We'll check this one. Hopefully it works. Cool. All right, and let's jump down to where we are. I don't want to waste all your time running down a rabbit hole. All right, we already got the first 4. Let's go on to flag 5. Stabilize, yeah, we did that. Wait, we're still running as Toby over here. We didn't actually catch Matt yet. This is where we are here. So this is in that script, the cow.shell. And it looks like they're using a bash rev shell with the bin bash header. Let's see if we can replicate that here. We'll do... see. Get my bearings here. Go into Toby and jobs. Right, so we can see if we can vim into cow.shell. And we can, but my terminal's a little screwed up because I have only a partially stable shell at the moment. So I'm going to go back out. Actually, just quit. Q exclamation. And let's just remove the cow.shell, and then we'll echo our shell into there. So first we need a shebang bin bash. And we should be able to do this for new line. And then we can just put the shell in, right? Bash I. And dev TCP. And then this is our attack box IP. Oh, sorry about that. Someone said the pictures are blurred. I think I may need to up my internet connection to avoid that. So sorry, I can't fix it at the moment, but I'll try to before next time. I am hardwired into the Ethernet. 163, and then we'll go port 443, and then we'll just send the errors out to there. All right, so that's going to go into a new file, cow.shell. Event not found. Huh. Okay, it doesn't want to echo that in. Let's see if we have nano. We don't. Okay, vim cow.shell. And I'll just cut and paste this here. Okay. We get out of there. Let's come back in. This time I'll just write in that first shebang line. And then put our new line there. Doesn't like it. That's all right. You know what? I'm kind of fed up with this terminal not working very well. Let me go out of there. So into our own box here, let's set up the cow.shell file, and then I'll just grab it over from my own box. Right? This is going to be easier, I think, in the long run. Right, and quit. We'll set up a quick Python simple server, and then from here we'll use wget to grab that from our attacker. On quad 5s, cow.shell, and now we should be able to cat that out. Cool. Do I need to put run permissions on it or anything? Whoops. So it is the wrong file name there. Let's remove cow.shell, and then we'll move cow.shell.1 to cow.shell. Move cow.shell.1 to cow.shell. Okay, now it has the right name, and it has the right contents, and we have the right listener port. Let's see if we grab it here in a moment. All right. So did we catch anything yet? Matt should be running this job soon. We're in the right folder. We've got the cow.sh. Has the right contents. We're on the right port. This is the correct 10.290.163. That's right. So it should do it. All right, so at this point, we're even reading someone else's walkthrough just to get us going. And yeah, we should catch it just in a moment. Unless I'm missing something here. Huh. Maybe we already used that port? Let's check our box, make sure it's still running. Yeah, we have tons of time. Let's change the port up and try it again. So we'll use, let's use quad 3s. And in here, we'll just modify that. Quad 3s, write and quit. Let's put that Python server back up. Grab my command from up here. Here it is. Okay. And again, we've got that issue of the file names. cow.shell, and then move cow.shell.1 to cow.shell. Let's cat that just so we know that we're good. Okay, we should be good to go. Everything's in place. We can give it permissions just so that it's not a permission thing that's tripping us up. Let me see. Forget what that code is. .777, right. So we just changed the permissions to let anybody run it, just in case that was the thing tripping us up. No interaction yet. Okay. We're just trying to catch our shell here as user Matt, capitalizing on this cron tab that's set up here to run every minute. Hey, cool, we got it. We are Matt now. So we should be able to grab, yep, we can grab our flag 5. Sweet. Live by the cow, die by the cow. Sorry that took so long. All right, we got our 5th flag, and we have 2 more, and then we'll be done with this box. So thanks for tuning in today. If you're here watching this live hackathon, let's see what else we have in our home folder. Another note. Cryptic. Sudo writes, and this is Will. So we're going to switch now from Matt to Will. Let's check that. Cool. So there's a will script we can run as will. Definitely we'll want to check that out. Home mat scripts will script.py. Did I mess that up? Oh, I did. Cat home mat scripts will script.py. And it imports, right, so this is that script we were talking about before. I got a little ahead of myself, but this is the one where we can hijack this Python library, and in this directory we also have, we don't have anything yet, but we'll create a command.py file, command.py, and in this command.py file, we'll drop yet another RevShell payload. Let's stick with this bash one and just see if it works. Yeah, let's create the file locally, vim, and we'll just call it finalshell.py. Oops, that's not it. I want to get this whole chunk here. And let's send it over to quad ones. That's kind of a weird port to use. Okay, so we'll colon WQ for write and quit. Let's start up a new listener on quad ones. Actually, before we do that, let's make our simple Python server, and we'll grab it. So we'll do we'll get 10 to 90 163. That's my attacker machine, and we are running on port quad 5s, and we called it what, finalshell.py. Okay, so we have it in place now. We just need to rename it finalshell.py, and we'll call it command.py. And now we need to switch our terminal back to the quad ones, and we'll see if we catch this. And I think I might have to trigger it. Let's see. All right, cat that node again. I think it was in the scripts. Yeah. Scripts directory and the will script. Right, so we can do a sudo tac u will. So we're running this command as will, python 3 will underscore script.py. Okay, it doesn't like that command. Sudo tac l. I think I need to use the full path to get it to work. This path here. Oh, and then something after it. Right, I didn't put an argument, so that's probably why it failed. Let's try it again. Maybe I don't even need the full path, I just need that argument, command.py. Did we catch it? Nope. What is it telling me here? No TTY present and no askPass program specified. All right, let's put that full path now. Sudo u will python 3 home mat scripts will underscore script.py command.py. Invalid command. So it caught me there. Let's cat out our will script again. check that code. So the command was not in the whitelist. So I guess I could just add it into the whitelist. Is that the idea? Yeah, I guess. So let's make a little server here. And then let's reverse this real quick and we'll grab the will underscore script.py file. We're just going to transfer that script back to our machine so we can use Vim properly to update it, and then we'll transfer it back and see if we can grab the root shell. So we're on port 8000 and it's called will underscore script.py. Okay, we got it. Let's Vim that. And we'll just add in a new whitelist word. Command, get argument. Let me try one more thing. Ah, no, I lost it. I didn't make any persistence, so it might take me a few minutes to get back in here. Shouldn't be too bad, though, because we still have the Toby user open. So it'll be less than 1 minute. We'll have our shell back. And then we have to finish this up. Cool. We're back. And I wanted to try that same command I just issued, but without the .py on the end. See what would happen. Right here. Let's try it just like this. And then over here, for now, let's add in, see if we can get into interactive mode or insert mode. Right. So we're going to add in command.py whitelist. Okay. And just for the moment, we'll spin up that again. Nope, still doesn't like it. Let's go back into scripts. If you're still watching, thanks for sticking with me as we troubleshoot our way towards the end here. Just checking my script again to see. Yeah, so now that we modified this whitelist here, let's just grab it with wget again, and we'll update our system here. So see, we're looking for our attacker IP on quad 5s. We've got a will underscore script.py. All right, and now we just need to permission denied. Oh, right, because we're not actually Matt. We are Matt. We're Matt. We should be able to control this directory and write a new file. Let's remove the will script. Permission denied. Okay. All right, back to our walkthrough. Let's see what are we doing wrong. flag 5. Yep. We're on the same page here. This is in the will underscore script.py get command function. So we have a command.py script. So I created my own, but maybe we need to go back a step. Yeah, so in this folder, there's a command.py file. Why would it go back a directory, though? Let's move this one. And we'll move it back a step to there. Okay. Command.py. Oh, yeah, that's it. OS system bin bash. So they're just changing what the command does. That makes sense. Instead of ls/lah, we can just make it bin bash to spawn a shell, right? Then we don't even need to leave this terminal. It's actually, that's a pretty slick way to do it. So let me see if I can get in with Vim. If not, I might need to stabilize this shell even a little bit more. Actually, wait. Command.py. Wow, Vim looks pretty nice, but because of my weird shell, I can't properly get in there. So let me try to stabilize this with the term variable. Let me just check that real quick. Stabilize shell, xterm. I always forget how to do this exactly. This is something I need to commit to memory. All right, so we've already done that one. STTY raw echo FG for foreground. Okay. Export term equals xterm. Did we get it? Let's see. ls. No, the arrow keys still don't work. Okay, so we'll just take a little further route out of the way. And we'll just, whoops, actually it should be M. All right, let me try stabilizing one more time. Import pty, pty dot spawn bin bash. Okay, then we'll do Control Z to get to the background. Cool. STTY raw echo FG. Okay, and then we want to do export term equals xterm. Who am I? Oh, cool. So it works now. Our arrow keys work. We have a fully functional shell. Now we don't need to keep taking files back and forth between our attack box and this target machine. So let's go ahead and vim into our command.py now. And now we should be able to navigate without screwing everything up. But maybe I spoke too soon. Let's try nanoing. Okay, nano works. So we'll just remove this one. And we'll put in a bin bash. This always happens when I switch around. Right, back to our walkthrough for a second. Yeah, they just put in a bin bash, so we're going to use command 1 now and do this. Let's get out of here. Just cat it to make sure we know what we're dealing with. Can we clear? Yeah. Cat command.py. Cool. All right, sudo tac u. We're going to run this as will. And we're running Python 3 command.py. Wait. Actually want to run the will underscore script and then command, no, 1. Password. Okay, something with our command is incorrect. Let's check it again. Sudo tac l. Okay, there we go. So we'll sudo tac will, and then we can cut and paste this. And we'll put as our argument 1, and we are Matt. Cool, so we hijacked that little script there and put a different command in, and we are Matt. Let's go to Matt's home. And we should be able to cat out flag 5.text now. Did we already get that one? We did get that one already. Okay. So let's check sudo tac l for Matt. Wait a minute. We wanted to be will. That didn't work. Invalid command. Scripts. And let's see here. Let's cat that will script again. Cat ID. Cat the command.py. Should work if we do a command number 1. Okay. Maybe I can just skip the whole script and just do command.py 1. Nope, doesn't like it. Maybe I have to modify still the will script. Okay, it says it's read only. Whoops. Quit. Let's get out of there. Oh man. Still in insert mode. I want to quit without writing. All right, let's see where I went wrong and fix this. So we use this method. We changed command number 1 to bin bash, sudo tac u, will, and then Python 3 script and 1. So the question is, why are we not getting will back? Because we did that command over here. User bin Python 3 home mat scripts will script dot py and command 1 cat will script dot py. I feel like I'm missing some detail here. Our machine is still good, right? Yeah, we're still plenty of time. One goes to bin bash. Let's see. Bin bash, yep. That should work. Running the will underscore script dot py. So we did that. Sudo tac u will. Let's try it without the full path on Python 3. Home mat scripts will script dot py and 1. And it says invalid command. Let's see if we put on just command.py, what happens. Nothing. Toby, Matt. We want to be Will next. Yeah. All right, one more time. Sudo u will user bin Python 3 home mat scripts will dot script dot py and then 1. Invalid command. Okay, I'm gonna directly cut and paste from here. Just so there's no question about typos. So we'll do sudo tac u will. Okay. And then we want to do 1. Okay, that doesn't work. Command.py doesn't work. Why is it saying invalid command if it says that I can do it here? Unknown user. Unable to initialize policy plugin. That's weird. I think something might be screwed up on this box. I wonder if we can skip ahead to the final one and then swoop back in and grab key 6. So there is a SSH key, a private SSH key hidden here in the backups directory. But of course, we don't have access yet as Matt. Opt backups. Looks like we really do need to catch this. All right. Let's get this done here. Sudo writes to use the Python script as my user. Will, you can only run the script with sudo, so it should be safe. Sudo tac l, we can see here, this is how we run it. Oh, right. Sudo tac u will, and then the command. Why does it need the password there? Seems like we shouldn't need that. No password. So yeah, this is the way that it should work. I may have done something and screwed up the code on one of these scripts, so I'm tempted now to restart this target machine. But let's try first just... So why does it say invalid command? Let's see if we can nano into our will script. Oh. So did I delete something there? No. Looks good. From command import get command. I think we should be able to hijack that command.py. Well, let's try this. We'll put 2 there. So 2 works. Does 3 work? 3 works. All right. Let's nano back into that script, or actually the command nano command.py, and let's try Maybe bin bash for some reason doesn't work. But let's try doing like bin shell. Okay, and then we'll go back to here and 1 again. Doesn't like it. That's all right. Bin bash. That works. Nano command.py. Huh. Not sure why. Why doesn't that work? Seems like it should work. Let's try it down here on command 3. Okay, so there's 1. Hey. I don't know Matt's password, so I have to just hit this 3 times until it gives me my prompt again. Invalid. Let's try 2. Invalid. And let's try 3. Invalid. So something's hanging me up here. Maybe it's the whitelist from the other. From the will script. Yeah, so these are the whitelist commands. So we want to do bin bash is whitelisted now. And we'll see if we can write out. Doesn't let me write. Because Will owns it. Will owns it. All right, I'm going to check a different write-up because that one just wasn't working for me. Okay, we're on flag 5, flag 6. So they just straight up change the entire command.py file. And they're using, is that a, okay, yeah, we can do that. I think that's a, pretty standard shell. Cancel that out. Let's go ahead and create a new one. Command.py. Drop this in here. Whoop. Oh, still doesn't have it. Nope, that's the wrong one. Okay. Socket subprocess OS. I believe that's a standard Python script for rev shell. Okay, let's go back into shells. This is my favorite thing today. Python 10 to 90 163, I believe. Yep. All right, and we're gonna do port. What should we do? 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure. 1. We want Python 3. No encoding. Do netcat and no. So we're in the same terminal. And here we go. So this is our rev shell. And here we can echo it. That, and we're going to go into command.py and overwrite it. All right, now we'll cat that command.py, and it looks good. So now all we have to do is a sudo tacu will Python 3, and then we'll do need that path again. What was that path? Home mat scripts will script. Home mat scripts will underscore script dot py, and then I can really put anything I want there. Okay, I don't know Matt's password, so I guess I need the full path for Python as well. So we'll do sudo tacu will. Is it user bin? Yeah, user bin. And then we'll tack the rest of this on to the end. It still wants to know password for Matt. That's crazy. Python 3. Okay, and then we're going to go home mat scripts will underscore script.py and 1. Invalid syntax. pty.spawn. bin bash. Oh, we need the tac I for... Okay, well they used a little different rev shell payload. All right, let's drop into a mouse pad real quick. So I can update this. We just want to update it to our IP address. 10.290.163. All right. And yeah, we'll take it back one step there so that we can overwrite all the junk. Okay. All right, let's cat that command.py now. And that looks good. So we updated it. Now we can do the command we did previously. We'll do a sudo tac u will. User bin python3 home mat scripts will underscore script.py and a 1. Connection refused. What? Man. Cat command.py. If you're still hanging here, thank you for watching as I struggle through this. What is going on here? Okay, that doesn't work. Oh, actually, will script is fine. You want to just go back into the command.py and see, is there like trailing space there, or what is the deal here? We're on the final step here, trying to switch over our users from Matt to Will, and then we'll see if we can find a way to get root and finish off this box. We have 5 of 7 flags. Right now, this is a quick recap if you're just joining us. And we are trying to use a sudo permission to spawn a rev shell. For some reason, it's giving me a syntax error. Let's see, what am I running here? Okay. Exit. And let's try it again. So it gives me a callback. Line 1, connection refused error. Connection refused. Bin bash. Right. When all else fails, check someone else's walkthrough. Let's see if I can figure this out. A bunch of them aren't there. Oh, I don't want a video in Persian. Not right now. Let's see. So they do the same shell there. The only change I made was instead of adding a line, I just wrote over the entire thing. And that might be what screwed me up. Let's see. Give us a shell. They cat it out for us. So I might need like a shebang line for it to work. Let's see if we can add that in. Huh. Okay, it's not cooperating. Let's remove the command.py file. Oh, don't have permission. Yeah. Sure. Okay. All right, let's get back to it. Okay. We're going to try to add a shebang line to this command.py file we're using to hijack the Python library. I think it goes like this. Bin bash. Okay, and we're 1, 2, 3, 6 there. Right, let me double check that shebang syntax. User bin python 3. So now we're going to run our command here again and see what happens. I do need to update my port though. We switched it to 1, 2, 3, 6. Yo, and we got it. We're Will. Sweet. So that took a long time, but what I learned is that I need the shebang line for it to read it as a Python file. In the write-ups, they didn't have it, so I'm not totally sure why it worked for them and not for me, but anyway, we troubleshot this problem and troubleshooted this problem, and now we're good to go. So we are Will. Let's check our permissions. Oh, right. For some reason it asks me over here for my permissions. I guess because of the nature of the way this shell was spawned. Okay, but 3 strikes and you're done. I'm going to start to enumerate Will's home directory now. We can cat out, wait, did we already get flag 5? I think we did. Yeah, we got flag 5. Let's see. So I'm going to check in the opt. There's a backups folder, and there's a key here. Let's cat it. And probably it's base 64 because of the title of it, and that equals at the end. And yeah, B64. So we're going to do just an cat key dot B64, and then we'll pipe that into a base 64 and a tac D for decrypt, or base 64. Wait a minute. Cat key. Okay. Gotta start over there. Okay. Cat key dot B64. Pipe it to a base 64. Tac D for decrypt. And here we see now that we have a private SSH key. So I'm going to copy that. And let's go to a new tab. We'll call this one root SSH. Back into our walkthrough. Let's vim a priv key. Drop that in there. Colon WQ for write quit. And then we're going to chmod 600 to give it the appropriate permissions to use. And now we'll just SSH our way in with a tac I, priv key, and then our target machine IP, which is right here. And we should be in as root. Yes. Sweet. So we are root. We can cat out our flag 7. And I think I maybe missed flag 6. So let me go back and grab that. Yeah. Somehow I missed flag 6. So in our notes, I did make note when long ago, if you were on this stream back then, I did a find command and I looked for all the flags, and here it is. So we should be able to just hop back over here and cat that out now. Cool. We got our flag 6, and that brings us to the end of this box. If you stuck around this long, congrats. I wanted to quit a few times during this process, but it was good that I stuck with it because we did some troubleshooting on the fly and we got all 7 flags. So that's it. Be sure to leave some comments down below. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and I hope to catch you next time. See ya.